Oh crap, I forgot the Q&A. Hello, Zebra here, and I would like to say thank you for technically 750 subscribers, but as of right now, it's like 784 if I'm right. But anyways, thank you for it, and just like I promised, I'm doing a Q&A. Because unlike other people, I don't really talk about myself. But now, I'm doing this Q&A where I'll answer any of your guys' questions. And oh boy, a couple of you guys asked some interesting questions, and I'm gonna answer them. Alright, first question.
Can you tell us your gender?
In my opinion, it's more important for a person to be recognized for who they are rather than for what sex they are.
If you guys are seriously that curious, I am a male. A Nino Rhino. Anyway, let's go to another question.
For your Q&A, your knowledge of other Dave Perry / Shiny Entertainment joints, Cool Spot MDK or Messiah, for example, would you like to explore them too? Or do you prefer to stay with the Earthworm Jim and Osmosis Jones niche becomes 636th subscriber?
Well, I have played, like, some of the other Shiny games, that one being Wild 9, but do I plan to cover them? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. It depends if I'm interested in doing it. And from Wild 9's case, it seems like that game had a really weird development hell, and how that game had some really weird development. But yeah, maybe I'll do it. And for the whole Earthworm Jim and Osmosis Jones thing, well, yeah, Earthworm Jim, I'm gonna keep covering it until I run out of material. I'm at that point where it takes a while because I'm writing like multiple scripts at the same time, and I'm just kind of taking a break from Earthworm Jim for a little bit, because here and there I gotta take a break. Point is, I'm gonna keep covering Earthworm Jim until there's no more stuff to talk about. Even that means I'm gonna talk about everything, from like the games, to the material, to even the merchandise, for Christ's sakes. Unless people are kind enough to actually lend me some info. For Osmosis Jones, on the other hand, I'm thinking about making like a few videos about the film and even the TV show. Next question.
I know it almost has nothing to do with this, but do you think Beyond the Groovy will be released one day or in the future? Because of what you just said in the last part of the video about Earthworm Jim 4.
If I remember, I explained this to a couple of colleagues of mine, and also a couple of people I know, that personally, I don't believe Beyond the Groovy will ever happen at all. Like, I believe that there is a test pilot somewhere out there on the internet, but like, the show actually happening, I didn't really believe that because of Interplay literally using it to, like, promote NFTs, all that stuff. Like, I explained a lot of it in my Beyond the Groovy video, but it was just so scummy how they did that. Especially the fact that they actually broke into an Earthworm Jim server one time and actually tried manipulating everyone on that server to buy NFTs and make them think that Beyond the Groovy wasn't an NFT trap. But yeah, Beyond the Groovy, I wish that it was an actual show, but at the same time, I hope the pilot gets found or released one of these days, so we can see what it was like. For Earthworm Jim 4, on the other hand, I don't think Interplay is going to make Earthworm Jim 4 at all, because of the whole Amico scandal and all that stuff. And besides, Earthworm Jim 4 has been delayed for almost like 15 to 16 years now, and it's almost close to beating the Duke Nukem Forever record for the longest development hell. But I do believe Earthworm Jim 4 might happen if it's made by someone else or by the fans. Which leads us on to our next question.
For Q&A, what do you think about Interplay as of now? Should they stop, cease, and desist and start greenlighting Earthworm Jim fan games?
Well, as of now, I'm pretty sure that's just referring to like what I think of them like right now, like how they are in their current state. Well, I don't like them. Interplay is like the gum on my shoe. I despise Interplay so much, which is a shame because back in the 90s, they used to be a really good company until they fell apart in the 2000s. And they all used to be about fan service. Like, literally, remember when Fallout 2 had a lot of fan service where they added a lot more mature stuff just to appeal to gamers? Where nowadays, if like any fans try making their own fan games or fan art, they threaten them, and they don't even want to make any video games, but they're still holding on to the Earthworm Jim rights and are still threatening the fans. I mean, literally, they should just either make a game or just sell the rights to Earthworm Jim to someone else to make a game. And I know countless people who've tried making fan games. Someone tried making a fan game, I know a colleague who tried making a fan game, I myself tried making a fan game, but I stopped because I didn't want to get sued by Interplay or Capcom. Basically, Earthworm Jim's not really going to come back because Interplay decided to just be scummy and just keep the rights to themselves and just make NFTs. But still, the one side of Interplay I did love, or I still like to this day, are the people who made Fallout, because they actually cared about making video games. Unlike Interplay, who's always spamming that slogan they used to stand for in the 90s, the whole games made by gamers, when nowadays they don't really make video games. They just make NFTs and merchandise and just threaten their fans on Redbubble here and there. Anyways, next question.
I got a question? Have you ever tried to make an animated series before?
I think this comment was referring to when I made my post on Milton Mare. Technically, yes, I've tried making an animated series before in the past, but it didn't really end up well, and it was also more of a test. Where for Milton Mare, she's not really like the mascot of like my channel or anything like that. She's just like an original character I'm trying to make into like a book and an animation as well. And that's basically it. But that also kind of reminds me, I've tried making an Earthworm Jim animation before, quite several of them, but they all went through development hell, and I got too tangled up in the other Earthworm Jim projects, such as the Deluxe Iceberg Ord. And at the same time, even if I wanted to go back to making the animated fan films, I basically lost all of the drawings, everything, all of the frames, all the animation I made. I lost all of it. So I'm basically back to like square one, basically, which sucks, because I was like halfway done with it.
Also, I have a question. What is your favorite video game console? And also, what is your favorite anime that you like? And what is your favorite Mega Man game?
Ooh, an interesting question. So for video game console, I would probably say the PlayStation 3, because that's the console I was like introduced to gaming with, and that was like my very first console I played, and I was introduced to like games like Little Big Planet, Rayman Origins, Skylanders. I can't think of anything else other than the PS1 demo disc that I somehow owned. For anime, it's kind of a tricky one, because there's some animes I'm like recently getting into, and there's some animes I'm a fan of. Like the one I'm recently getting invested into right now is like Dragon Ball Z, and I'm having to constantly remind myself to watch Dragon Ball Z. Ouran High School Host Club is an anime that I'm like a fan of, and I've been like collecting the mangas and watching the anime. Way of the House Husband's another one as well, and one that I know some of you guys might know but might not know is Cells at Work. I love that anime, even though I'm barely getting back into like watching the anime because I'm like reading the manga. And at the same time, I would love to make content talking about my favorite animes. Like, in fact, I was thinking about making a video where I was going to compare the first episode of Ouran High School Host Club to the manga and compare on how those two actually are, like the similarities, what was changed, etc. But at the same time, I'm not sure. I might make it, I might not make it. At the same time, I also want to talk about Cells at Work, like I said earlier. Did I say that earlier? Anyways, but at the same time, I feel like some of my subscribers or viewers wouldn't expect me to talk about anime. Most Osmosis Jones fans I know will probably be like, Zebra, you like Cells at Work? I'm gonna unsubscribe. But still, it's like, come on guys, it's just an anime about the human body. It's like, is it a... Why can't I make a video about an anime that I like? Oh yeah, I just remembered another anime, Hetalia. Hetalia was like one of my favorite animes that I watched. In fact, I actually sat down and rewatched through the entirety of the series again, minus Painted White, because I'm still trying to figure out where to watch that one. And then one I do plan to get into one of these days is the Komi Can't Communicate. And also, Pokemon. Mainly the ones that have Ash Ketchum, because I'm still sad ever since they got rid of the character. And the last part of the question, which is what is my favorite Mega Man game? When it goes to Capcom games, I'm not really a huge like Mega Man guy. I'm more of like Resident Evil, like survival horror and all that. But Mega Man, I've been like, you know, giving it like a chance and just playing through the games. And I think the one that I'm actually enjoying right now is Battle Network, which I kind of like the gameplay style and the aesthetics of it. I'm probably gonna watch the anime afterwards.
Are zebras your favorite animal because of your username? Why is your username Zebra? Are zebras your favorite animals?
Well, I think I explained this in an old video of mine where originally the channel was like called like Akari Gaming or something like that, and Akari is like a character that I'm like making as well into like a book, and I changed it because it just sounded kind of meh, and I didn't really want my original character to be associated with my main channel that I just make random content on. So in that case, they'll let me making a channel where I'm gonna like upload stuff about that character, which the same time I also made one for Milton Mare if you're curious. But anyways, it was like later changed to like Giraffe Man 24 or something else, and I later changed to Zebra Zebra because I was one time playing a match of Kahoot with a couple friends, and I had Zebra Zebra as my username, and I'm like, you know what? Like the name, kinda cool, I'm gonna put it as my channel name. And also, if you guys are curious, my favorite animals are giraffes. Giraffes, zebras, maybe octopuses? Also, just like Earthworm Jim, one of my other favorite animals is cows.
Do you own any Earthworm Jim games?
In fact, I actually do. I own a Sega Genesis copy of Earthworm Jim, a Super Nintendo copy of Earthworm Jim 2, a Game Boy Color copy of Earthworm Jim Menace to the Galaxy, and I bought Earthworm Jim 3D on Good Old Games. Even though, as a wise person once told me, to not play Earthworm Jim 3D. And I still played the game. And I now regret it. So we'll...
What was your first contact with the Earthworm Jim series?
I actually somewhat remember how I was in contact with the series. Basically, I used to watch, and I still watch, a bunch of like retro video game videos and stuff like that, because I'm kind of a retro gamer. Anyways, one of them was about Earthworm Jim. Precisely, it was a Digino Gaming video about Earthworm Jim. I sat down and watched it and was fascinated by the character and the art style and stuff like that. And just like every other person nowadays, yes, I played it on a ROM. I feel so weird for admitting that. But it was worth it because it was such a fun experience, and that's what got me in the Earthworm Jim series. I played part 2, I got a Sega Genesis Mini for Christmas, I played through the games a lot, I started looking at facts, I started reading about it, I read the books, I started collecting the stuff, and then I started looking more into it throughout the years. And basically, Earthworm Jim has become my life, basically. I live and breathe Earthworm Jim. I am that big of an Earthworm Jim fan that I live and breathe and talk about Earthworm Jim. For frick's sakes, I have shelves dedicated to Earthworm Jim in my room. That's how big of an Earthworm Jim fan I am.
Do a flip!
So yeah, that's basically the end of my Q&A. Also, I thought I mentioned this, but I don't know if this is still going on, but if you guys encounter a person on the internet who's talking about Earthworm Jim Beyond the Groovy fanfiction, avoid them and report them by all means. They are considered a threat to the Earthworm Jim community. Now, I have a couple announcements to make to my subscribers. So first off, I have a Redbubble account, if you guys didn't know, where I sell all sorts of designs and items on there, including a couple of Milton Mare stuff. I'll explain her in a little bit. But yeah, I make a couple designs and I sell it on there. If you're wondering why not make any Earthworm Jim stuff, well, that's because I don't want to be hit with a cease and desist, because apparently, according to some people in the community, they've been hit with a lot of cease and desist by Interplay. The shop is known as PhillsDesigns, and I'm going to link it in the description. And also at the same time, all the money that is made on this account will go to funding this channel and also funding me, so thank you. I'm actually doing drawing requests as well, where you can actually pay me in order to make drawings of whatever you want, as long as it's not an SFW or frickin' weird, and if it's not too difficult to draw. The prices range from like $5 per drawing or like $13 per 3 drawings, if you want to like get 3. And like I said before, the money will go to my channel, basically. And at the same time, I'm also planning to make a YouTube channel about Milton Mare and a Pinterest account about Milton Mare, where I'll be making comic strips of Milton Mare and releasing it on there. And Milton Mare, she's just basically a character that I'm just making and I'm just trying to make. Maybe one day I'll make it into a show, an animated one, or a book, I don't know. But so far, all I have is a few comic strips. One last thing I thought I should also mention is that a lot of you guys that watch my channel are not subscribed to me. It would really mean a lot if you subscribe to my channel. I make all sorts of content, basically memes, me talking about random things that I enjoy, Earthworm Jim stuff, occasionally talk about Osmosis Jones, but also Earthworm Jim and also some Lost Media. I plan to make a couple more things on my channel, mainly like gaming videos, a couple reaction videos, and at the same time, like I said, I plan to make videos talking about some of my favorite animes or some of my other favorite video games. And also Lost Media. Lost Media is one that I would love to talk about on this channel. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, click the subscribe button and also the bell icon so you'll be notified in case if I make any of that stuff. But yet again, like they always say,
Your on Host Club will be waiting for you.
We'll see you then.